What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Man, this is a tough one today. As you go into the game with limited expectations, but as the game plays out, you find yourself getting suckered into this, buying in like maybe the Jets can pull this out. And then third quarter, fourth quarter, they slowly but surely melt and make too many mistakes to end up with the loss. I think it was a 23-10, securing their 10th losing season in a row. The first one under Aaron Glenn. Obviously, no playoffs, which is just frustrating, but overall, if you got to give, I guess, the team credit where they did compete. Starting out the game, they played very physical on both sides of the ball. You saw a lot of really good things. You're seeing a lot of fight. It's just too many mistakes at crucial times, and here we are. On offense, I think the Jets, you weren't sure what to see out of the passing offense with Tyrod Taylor in there. Keep in mind, he hasn't played. He's been injured. He's dealing with all new receivers, but he found his way as the game played out. John Mechie's coming on. He had 6 catches, a touchdown. Aiden Mitchell, you saw glimpses from him. Mason Taylor, I think, had 3 grabs. Breece Hall was having an excellent game, running the ball. Well, not much running. He's more as a receiver. He had back-to-back big catches. And then he had a heartbreaking fumble. It was all just due to his fight on the 2-yard line, which completely shot any chance of the Jets coming back. They would have brought the score down to 3. That fumble kind of secured the deal for the Jets. And you felt so bad for Breece because he was giving everything he had. And when it happened, his head went down, but you saw his teammates rallied around him. Aaron Glenn's with him like, listen, you're a guy. Shit's going to happen. It did, unfortunately, to Breece, and that was that. Some really interesting play calling from Engstrand, like 3 running plays in a row, some draw plays at weird times, which drives you absolutely crazy. I think defensively, before I go into the problems, defensively, I think you saw a lot of really good things from the defensive line. Keep in mind, like, this team's a work in progress, but I think Harrison Phillips is emerging as a true leader on his team. He's playing with an injury. He's been nasty, ferocious, creating all kinds of disruption. Jermaine Johnson getting his legs back and his explosiveness back, being very disruptive. Briggs with another sack. Briggs has been a good find too. Will McDonald's playing well. You had Jamie Sherwood and Quincy Williams flying around. I think Jamie Sherwood probably had 13 tackles, whatever like that. But they're cleaning up a lot of their mistakes. You're communicating a lot better. Brownlee, bounce back game, played very physical. A.Z. Thomas is learning on the fly. But all this experience for A.Z. Thomas and Malachi Moore is great. I have no problem with it whatsoever. Brandon Stevens got a beat on a pass. So you're seeing things, but unfortunately, they had no turnovers. Again, which is just remarkable at this point in the season that they can't get an interception. But to me, I think the turning point of the game, well, there's 2 turning points. I think the sack before halftime to Tyrod Taylor absolutely drove me crazy. They were almost in field goal position, take a sack, that shoots that out. The second half starts. You had the awful pass interference on Isaiah Oliver, which was, they brings them down close, and the Ravens score. The Jets get the ball. 4th and 2 from their own 42. I assumed they were going to punt. They don't punt. So on 3rd and 4, no Breece Hall. 4th and 2, Breece Hall's not even in the game. They throw this awful pass. It just sucked. It seemed like the team just lost their life out of that. So the next play, I think it was Jamie Sherwood had a missed sack, which would have been a huge play. Then you had a Tony Adams pass interference. A couple of plays later, boom, touchdown Ravens. And you're like, well, there it is. You felt like momentum was gone. It's just it was the decision by Glenn, I think, there when the defense is playing this physical. Just punt the ball, dude. I understand you're only 2-8, all this other stuff. But it's the feel for the game where you have a chance to upset the Ravens. You didn't take advantage of it, which is just, it's disappointing, man. So you look at that, and then in the end, the Breece Hall fumble was heartbreaking, but it is what it is. This is where the Jets are at right now. They're trying to find pieces and find building blocks for next year. You're seeing some really good things. You're seeing some fight. You're seeing a lot of young guys get experience, which is great. That's all you can really ask for. Tyrod, I think, played well enough to keep playing the rest of the year as long as you can ride him out. He showed some ability. He took some big hits. I don't like the design run plays for him, but the one plays where you had the scramble, you'll take it. I still would make Brady Cook the backup. I wouldn't play Justin Fields again the rest of the year. But that's it. Here we are. The Jets, another disappointing loss, but it's, for those that are looking for the tank, you're probably happy right now. You're like, well, you saw some fight, you saw some competitive nature. The game was interesting. You were almost proud of them at one time, and they lost. So your draft pick is you're still climbing the ladder here. And that's it. So I'll talk to you guys later.